Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea is a done deal. It is a here we go. He is no longer a Manchester United player. The news has just broken in the last 30 minutes from Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein. On top of that, Romano pretty much confirming that Rasmus Hojlund is also a here we go. Manchester United bringing in 80 million quid. Massive numbers for Manchester United. It may not seem like the massive numbers with what's been talked about in this transfer window and some deals that have actually happened. And you may be thinking, Adam, what are you on about massive numbers? This is just a United fan clinging on to the fact that they are selling a player for decent money. Well, this, by the way, is Manchester United's fourth highest transfer fee in the club's history, and the biggest fee this football club has ever received for an academy graduate. Alejandro Garnacho, £40 million plus 10% sell-on for Chelsea. Will he go from Chelsea? We don't know. He has signed a deal with Chelsea for a 7-year contract. Good riddance, though, I think, is the word from Manchester United fans. One of the bomb squad officially out of the door and money in the bank account for Manchester United. We touched on this in the live show earlier on, that this was getting close. Obviously, Nkunku to obviously flying over to AC Milan from Chelsea. That deal now being concluded. Also from this, Ben Jacobs was also talking earlier on. We said this in the live show again, that over the last 24 to 48 hours, a deal was getting close between Chelsea and Manchester United. United wanted 50 million. Chelsea went in with 30 million, and they've met in the middle and done a deal around 40 million. The biggest thing in this, though, is that Alejandro Garnacho is now gone. And it is a 100% pure profit transfer for Manchester United. Now, you know what that means. That means money to spend instantly for United. And with the pressure on Ruben Amorim right now, a lot of fans will automatically focus their attention on Ineos and what they can do with this money in backing Ruben. Ruben has already come out and said after the Burnley game there is going to be a meeting. We'll sit down and we'll talk about what we can do and what happens next. After that Burnley game, there's only 2 days left of the transfer window, and Manchester United need to start making decisions on how to spend the money from Garnacho. Pure profit is worth a fortune in PSR and the transfer window, and this being so big, when you think about this now, Manchester United have actually brought in this summer alone in pure profit from academy sales, 40 million for Alejandro Garnacho. We have brought in more than 16 million for Oyedele, Alvaro Carreras and Anthony Elanga. Their sell-on clauses are still pure profit and academy graduates from Manchester United. So Manchester United have raked in just under 60 million quid this summer in pure profit sales from their academy players. Like I said, Garnacho is the biggest in the club's history from the academy. The fourth highest transfer fee this club has ever received for a player. Again, alone, that is absolutely staggering for Manchester United that it is that low. But this deal now is done and is now going to be concluded. In fact, Garnacho is on his way to London. He's going to have his medical tomorrow in London ahead of the weekend. And obviously, I don't know if he's going to play this weekend. I honestly, as a United fan, don't really care anymore. I'm just glad that the little... You know what I'm going to say. I'm just glad that he's out the door. Let's not forget, in this, Man United fans, you may be thinking that United have got a bum deal here. You may think that United haven't done well in this. 40 million is not enough. That's a set fee. 40 million quid for Garnacho. That's set. That cannot be changed. It's a guaranteed 40 million pure profit for Manchester United. That's huge. For this football club right now, that's huge. For a player that nobody wants because he doesn't want to be at Manchester United. United don't want him. It's a problem player out of the door for United. More wages to spend than somebody else. Let's not forget, 50 grand a week wages Garnacho was on. It may not seem like a lot, but every penny counts right now. So when you look at the 40 million brought in, you're also bringing in a couple of mil there in wages per year as well. All helping PSR and Manchester United's hopes of signing somebody else. This money, by the way, is enough to go out and buy Carlos Baleba. This will get you Carlos Baleba because the first down payment can go in instantly. There is no debt on Garnacho. There is nothing for Manchester United to pay off. It's just full 100% profit that can be put wherever it wants. Go to Brighton and say, there's a 115 million quid deal on the table. Sell us Carlos Baleba right now. And you know what? There's 40 million up front. Act on it. Use it and make one of the biggest decisions in this club's history right now, because we are going down the Swanee unless we do something significant. And Ruben Amorim is going to be taken down. And he needs help right now. And United, I've got an opportunity here now. Just to put it in perspective, this is massive for Manchester United. The fee that we have received and the wages that are off the book for Garnacho, added to the fact that Romano has just come out on the back of what Damasio has said, verbal agreement between Napoli and Manchester United on the sale of Rasmus Hojlund. Loan deal with obligation for £40 million for Rasmus Hojlund as well. 80 million quid. That is absolutely massive for Manchester United. So, again, United are not going to be receiving anything up front for Rasmus Hojlund. It's coming at the end of the season when the obligation kicks in. So, money for next summer. What am I thinking? I'm thinking, well, that's that transfer off the books and Manchester United turning a tiny little profit on Rasmus Hojlund. But is that not the second instalment for Carlos Baleba? You go and use Garnacho's money right now to convince Brighton to get the deal done. The second instalment is obviously going to be next summer with Rasmus Hojlund's money coming in. You see where I'm going with this? You structure this right, this can work out for Manchester United. And I'm not having it that we cannot go out and buy Carlos Baleba right now. That's it. Alejandro Garnacho will be in London on Friday for his medical test and contract signing as a new Chelsea player. That's from Romano, the official one. I've just read that out then before, but that is the official tweet from Romano, who broke the news. Ornstein confirming it as well, and now everybody else reporting it. It doesn't matter what he does at Chelsea. Right now, in United's hour of need, that money has to be going straight into the transfer coffers for Ruben Amorim to go and buy Carlos Baleba. Make it happen, Manchester United, because if you don't, then we could be off the back of one of our worst seasons ever again for the third season in a row. That's how significant this is, and that's how important it is to make sure that you use this money in the right way. And 40 million isn't going to cover Baleba, I know this, but to start things going, this is the perfect opportunity for Manchester United. If they're going to back Ruben and they're going to give him time, they're clearly going to have to buy somebody else in to play that midfield role next to Bruno Fernandes or Kobbie Mainoo, whoever's there. But this is the perfect opportunity to start a partnership between, I feel, Kobbie and Carlos Baleba. This is a signing for the future for United, having seen one of our prospects go. And let's not forget, just before we finish up on this, Garnacho, in what he has done at his time at Manchester United. This is a man that would not celebrate in front of the Old Trafford crowd because he thought he was getting harsh treatment from the fans. This is a player that Bruno Fernandes had to publicly come out and put in order, or put in line, when he first jumped onto the scene. 2 red flags instantly. And then you get this guy coming out and being sidelined by Ruben Amorim just 5 6 weeks into the job for the Manchester derby because of misdemeanours. He then came back. He wasn't happy with his season, so he goes on national TV and says that it's been a shit season with taking no accountability for himself. Thought he should have got more minutes in that final. Slagging off the manager, slagging off the football club. And then you get the antics through the summer after that public spat that he probably made public. That's not a definite, just to confirm, but I'm guessing that he did make it public that Ruben wanted him out and to find another football club. Who else would do that? It doesn't make sense. But he then went out and put the Marcus Rashford Aston Villa shirt on, rubbing the fans' noses in it even more. It's now over. We haven't got that type of character at Manchester United anymore. He is gone. Move on to the next one. It looks like him and Rasmus Hojlund are bringing Manchester United a fair chunk of change in. And there's zero excuse right now. Everybody is going to be looking at everything that's going on at Manchester United now that this money's in and what will happen. In fact, some articles are coming out just now as to what is going on. Jason Wilcox is thought to be aware of the problems regarding Ruben Amorim's tactics and handling of his players and may move to address these. Could someone be coming in and trying here in Wilcox to change the way that Ruben Amorim actually operates? All of this going on right now. If you're going to back a man, you need to be confident in this actually working for him. And if you're going to give him any more money, off the back of what we've already spent, then you need to be 100% certain on this. Manchester United have no plans to sack Ruben Amorim. However, there is a sense within the club that if results do not turn, his stubbornness may prompt him to walk away, possibly as early as next week, rather than change his methods. So, chance here that this could all blow up in Ruben's face, and he might just walk away. If they come and challenge him, are we going to see the back end of Ruben Amorim? That's not the major news. Of course, the major news is both Alejandro Garnacho, here we go, confirmed, and Romano pretty much rubber stamping Rasmus Hojlund also heading out the door for Manchester United. Extra content for you this evening here on Forever United TV, everybody. It has been non-stop manicness in the last week of this window, and I expect it to continue. We'll bring you all the updates tomorrow as these deals get completed and finalised and are made official by the club. But until then, thanks everybody for watching. Get your comments in below on this. Are you happy Garnacho is gone? And the fact that Rasmus is about to follow him even more. 80 million for them two. Doesn't sound bad when you say it like that, does it? Hit the subscribe button up on your screen behind the channel. Thank you everybody. Give it a like and I will see you all in the next video.